Huh?
Don't want to talk if it ain't about to dip. But it ain't for me real quick. Ain't gon' stop till my net worth millions. Going school, I drop down. They try to read when I drop with the top down. Get me on stage, I rock out. Every day money can't break, go timeouts. Change them quick, they signed up. Tryna hit my line now. Thinking I'm come find out 1v1, you dust like a wide out. Studio been my hideout. Can't shed tears, mama ain't no cry now. On me, gonna blind out. Get in the team, gotta pass your tryouts. Yeah. Booming this like Metro. Groupies on me, that's fine, don't sweat those. Been on, keeping my head strong. My dog ain't talk about Petco. Brand new ones, they retros. Live fast, die on set, my hit stone. Stop been grown. You ain't getting money, been Frank in the friend zone. Got. I ain't never switched up in the family. Be talking to net at me. Gotta watch my wrist, that's classy. I'm a dog to a she nasty. Then I'm gone, she me. My mama proud she had me. Can't let nobody surpass me. I move to the back like an athlete. Got a little buzz, but these zippers don't chance me. Just take a look at my rap sheet. Independent, man, these can't stand me. Won't stop till I got me a Grammy. A crib with a leg and a whip for my granny. I ain't never had me no plan B. Look at me now, got a pop get at me.
Came a long way, came a long way, came a long way, came a long way, been a long way, real long way, and it's still that way, still that way, still that way, still broad day, live that way.
It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Today, it's the second of 3 games here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Second of 3 games here on this Sunday. We continue with Super Wild Card Weekend here on EA Sports. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Starting on the ground with Herbert. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And And it's 3rd and 4 now.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Out of the gun, Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lawrence Guy able to run him down for a loss of 18 yards, and it will be 4th down as well. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Fournette. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Play fake. Cousins. They'll roll him out right. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Throwing is Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Edwards. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. First carry now for Gus Edwards. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Gus Edwards, 29 yards. And the Vikings will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about...
And now it's blocked. This is going the other way. There he goes, left side. And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Well, you figure with a veteran kicker out there, these extra points almost automatic, but this one turns into 2 points the other way.
And we both know it's hard to put it on him. I think there was a breakdown in the protection, but guess what? It does go against his record.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Throwing on third down, Fields. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. 43 yards on the punt. Return of 4. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 5. Cousins to throw it. This one's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Good look, G's. Good look, G's.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Cousins now from the 50. Finds his man. There's Jordy Madison. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Cousins now. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Cousins. Dumps it off to Fournette. A little juke. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. A 9-yard touchdown there as his guys are able to extend their lead. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it, and he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. Cousins will try and throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational? It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Herbert powering up the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Anthony Brown there on the tackle. That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st. It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy. And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. And off right side for Herbert. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Khalil Herbert, 28 yards. And the Bears have cut it back within a score. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the... And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster. And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back. A gain of 32 that time. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Up the gut, Fournette. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking. So you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just have a great tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. And in a situation like this, you're in the 2nd half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up the 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. T.J. Edwards charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing, Cousins. He gets it to Addison. The Vikings on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. Now Cousins. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. On now, the Bears' all-time leading scorer, Robbie Gould, kicking against his former team. The kick by Gould is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he...
This be a big stop before half, and I get the ball.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And the Vikings pick up the football.
We got the stop.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case,
yes, sir.
44 yards on the ground for him so far. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
I'm drinking Pinot.
Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw is Cousins. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let it just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. The kick by Gould is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Fighting his way through contact. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And here's Ryan Wright now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Oh, the return is Scott. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think probably you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But if the assignment gets mixed up, that's the end result.
Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 7 from the 20. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Khalil Herbert with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive, because they had to be saying, We have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. It costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball set.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 90 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with this.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. C.J. Ham, a touchdown run there from a yard out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Gold with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Bears. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them were bad. He would kiss it on the ground.
Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down. Here's a give to Fournette. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Here's a 2nd and 5. To throw, Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Cousins on first down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Draw play, a give to Herbert. And this will be a Bears first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32. The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
On first down, Fields. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3. A give left side here for Herbert. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Here's a give to Herbert. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here's Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A handoff for Herbert. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over-pursuing, and making a very nice play.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 92 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
The defense has been on the field a long time now, and after a run like that, they've got to feel like they're almost on roller skates and getting pushed backwards on just about every snap.
Fields on 3rd down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
Herbert. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Johnson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Herbert. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They get this out quickly to the left side. Touchdown, Bears! Chase Claypool from 3 yards out. And the Bears put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. A late turnover so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Fields trying to throw for it. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Cousins. And this one is incomplete.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Jefferson going to go in motion right. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Good route here. Hey, get.
Now Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here we go.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, stand.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Here we go. Hey, spot.
They'll run here with Herbert. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go. Good.
Herbert once more. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold them to 3 to keep this a 1-score game. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Running here with Herbert. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They're going for it. Here's Herbert. And he's across from a late touchdown. And in the final seconds,